So Jonathan, I want to write a book, but I don't know what I should write my book with. Do I use Microsoft Word, Google Docs, Scrivener, like everyone's saying all the authors use Scrivener, or something else? Well, today I want to share with you 4 reasons why I love the Atticus writing tool for authors. Number 1, your writing gets auto-saved in the cloud. Now, this is huge. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I almost had an oopsie writing my last book. So I was using my MacBook Pro 2 years ago when I was writing the first draft of the book. I was about halfway in, and my MacBook was only probably less than 2 years old. All of a sudden one day, I got the dreaded blue screen, and I knew something was wrong. And immediately my first thought was, did I just lose all of the words I've written in this book so far? I mean, after all, this was a traditionally published book. It was, I had a deadline. The publisher wanted a 50,000 word manuscript by a certain date. I was a little bit of a panic. And then I remembered, oh wait, I remember one of my, because I was writing the book in Scrivener on my, the software right on my computer. And then I remembered, wait a minute, I had a friend tell me, Jonathan, if you're using Scrivener, make sure you choose as the backup file where it gets saved as a Dropbox file. Now, I completely forgot about it because I set that up the day that my writing friend told me to do that, and I forgot about it. And then it hit me whenever I couldn't get that MacBook Pro to work and I had to end up buying a brand new MacBook Pro. Guess what? I was able to save myself because I had a backup in Dropbox. Had I not done that, I would have been in deep trouble. Let's just say that. But what I love about the Atticus software is that it automatically saves as you write, similar to Google Drive. So if we're looking over into the software, and again, if you're on the podcast, hop over to the video and you can see a little bit more of this. You can see that you can, create various documents. Each document is a book. And when you jump into the software, you're writing as if you're writing right in a Google Doc. And as you are writing, it is saving what you are writing. Not only that, but if you just want some extra security, there is this little, up in the right-hand corner, there's this picture of one of the old-fashioned floppy disks. And if you click on it, it will actually sync up the data and allow you to download a hard copy, I guess you would call it, actual file for you to take that and go put it somewhere else, like maybe in your Google or your Dropbox, just so you have your most recent version, just as double security. But I absolutely love that just like a Google Drive, it is saving it while you type. Can't express how important that little tip is. All right, so here's reason number 2. So reason number 2, I love the Atticus writing tool, is the built-in goal and habit tracker. Listen, if there's one tip I could give you, if you're an aspiring author, is you have to write. You have to develop the habit of writing on an ongoing basis, almost every day. And when I wrote my last book, there were not very many days I didn't go without sitting down and writing something. Some days was a couple thousand words. Some days was a few hundred words. But every day I was writing. You have to develop your writing habit. So how does that look over in Atticus? Well, if you look into Atticus, there's a few things that I absolutely love. One of them is a timer at the very top. You can click on the timer and you can say, how much time do you want to write? Now, I'm a big proponent of creating what I call focus blocks. So I will look into my schedule each week and I will decide that I want to use a focus block, and I will plug those in throughout the week. Oftentimes that's in the first thing in the morning. I tend to have no appointments because I want to have the time I need to write or to create, to have that time to do my deep work. So what I love about this sprint timer in the software is you can put 30 minutes and then set the break, and boom, now you have what you need to actually write the book and write until the timer goes off. So that's one way to do it. The other thing is, and by the way, Atticus is always adding new tools, but they've got a tool now that has the book goal. So you could come in here and you could say, you know what, if it's 30,000 words, if it's 50,000 words from my book, I can type that in. I can select a due date of when I want to have my draft done. I can also choose my writing days. So if I want to write every day, Monday through Friday, and then it's got a writing habit below that. So you can actually set up a writing habit, for example, 250 words a day. By the way, 250 words a day for 120 days, so that's 4 months. If you did that every day, just 250 words a day, which is literally a couple paragraphs, 250 words a day for 4 months or 120 days would give you a 30,000 word manuscript. So I love some of these built-in motivational tools between the timer, setting a book goal, setting a word count per day, and then it actually tracks it for you all right here. It's got a monthly tracker, shows you your current streak and your longest streak as well. Pretty awesome for sure. So that's number 2. What is number 3 on our list? Number 3 is the easy book formatting options. Now, I absolutely love this feature, and it's one of the big reasons why I decided to be all in on Atticus. One of the frustrations for not only, the people that I coach, but for myself has been once you write a book, now you got to figure out the formatting. There's formatting for the Kindle book. There's formatting for a print version. Typically, you will have to go pay someone several hundred, if not thousands of dollars to format your book. Make sure it actually looks good, because nothing's going to get you bad reviews quicker in a Kindle book than formatting that's like, it's, your sentences are breaking lines in the middle of your sentence and just all of that. I mean, it's going to cause for a bad user experience. And not only that, but if you're self-publishing a book, you want it to actually look good when it's in the hands of your reader, right? Well, that's where this Atticus software shines as well. You can flip over from writing over to formatting. And once you're over here into formatting, not only can you preview what your Kindle book would look like in an iPad or on an iPhone, you can even scroll and just get a feel for the experience. But you can also choose your different fonts. You can choose different styles instantly. Now, I can't tell you how difficult this is to do. Like when I did my first self-published book, if I decided I wanted to change the styling of my chapter headers, and I would have to go to each chapter and change it. But what you can do here with this Atticus writing software is you could literally decide, I want to show a subtitle. I don't want to show a subtitle. I want it to say chapter 1, not just the number 1. I want it to have drop caps. I don't want it to have drop caps. I want ornamental breaks built in between. And there's just a lot of features here. I don't have time to go through all of these, but I absolutely love that you can mess with, change, and with just one click, it changed the formatting of your entire book. That is such an awesome experience. All right. Reason number 4 why I love the Atticus writing tool is the multiple printing options. So what do I mean by multiple printing options? Well, let's say you not only want to have a Kindle version of your book, but you want to have an actual physical version of your book. Well, to have a physical version of your book, you got to know what's the size? There's so many different sizes, and how is the layout going to be, and how is it going to look like when it's printed, and making all those decisions, right? Well, again, this is where that Atticus writing tool shines, because if you scroll all the way down under the formatting options, you've got all the different trim sizes. So this is especially helpful for the actual physical book. If you want to turn your book into a physical book, you can see here it's got you want a 5x8? Do you want your book to be a 6x9? Do you want your book to be 5.5 by 8.5? Do you want it to be 8.5 by 11? There's a lot of different ones here, and it even tells you which ones are supported by Amazon, their direct publishing platform, and which ones are supported by Ingram Spark, another place where you can have your book printed. And this makes it super easy because once you choose the trim size, then all you got to do is you can actually come down to the bottom of your book, and not only you can preview it in a print part of your book, which is really cool. What would this actually look like printed? But you can export it as a PDF file or even as an EPUB. Now, EPUB is more ideal for your Kindle book. Your PDF export is going to be great for two things. Number one, if you want to just sell your book as an ebook directly off of your site, or you want to run ads and sell your book directly instead of sending people to Amazon. But you can also use that the EPUB version to the PDF version, to upload it for a print version of your book on Amazon Direct Publishing, so that when people hop over to your Amazon page, they see, oh, I can get a Kindle or I can get an actual paperback version. Pretty cool, huh? So those are some of the main reasons why I absolutely love this Atticus writing software. So this is the tool of choice. This is what I teach in my Insiders coaching program. We just had another customer actually publish their book, not only the Kindle book, but his physical book as well, using this Atticus writing software, and the book looks phenomenal. You would think he'd paid thousands of dollars to have his book formatted. So there you go. Do you like the tool? Now, if you want to check it out, we will put a link in the description below, but you can also, or in the show notes on the podcast, but you can also just go to app.atticus, which is ATTICUS.io, app.atticus.io. Go check it out. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the investment to purchase it, have that software, especially if you have more than one book in you. I highly encourage you to use this software. It's just going to get better as they add more features, and I love it. I can pick up writing, whether I'm on my laptop or I'm on my desktop computer. I can pick up writing wherever I am and write and publish books. So there you go. Was this a helpful episode? Let us know. And also, do you have future topic ideas? Let us know as well. And also, take a moment and like, share, subscribe, or even review our show, so we know that you're enjoying these episodes. And also, it helps us get the word out and let other people know about this show. But until next time, never forget, your message matters.